From Fox 55 Sports, this is The Locker Room.
So with that, we say good evening to you. Welcome inside our first all-basketball edition of The Locker Room this season. I leave for a week and you change the music on me. What's going on?
Who are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Who is this guy?
I got a beard. I know, it's weird. I got a beard now. I feel grown up.
Man.
I'm Justin Prince, in case you guys didn't know. That man is still Peter Hood, as baby-faced as ever. Thanks as always.
I can't grow those beards. Can't do it.
Thanks as always for making us a part of your Friday nights. Well, Pete, no more pigskin, sad face emoji. It's time now to pivot to high school hoops, and per usual, Northeast Indiana has a ton of talented teams we'll be keeping our eyes on over the next several months.
Yeah, on the ladies' side, of course, that list begins with the Homestead Spartans. They've just flat out dominated the SAC since joining the league back in 2015, but a lot of folks feel like maybe this is the year with Riley Parker and Sydney Graber now gone. We could see someone else make a run at that throne. The Carroll Chargers certainly look like they're in prime position to do just that. With that, we make our way over to Charger Fieldhouse. Carroll ranked 12th in Class 4A, playing host to number 9 Homestead, and this one went down to the wire. Homestead down 4 when we pick it up early fourth quarter. Ayanna Patterson cuts the deficit in half with 2 of her game-high 32 points. Wow. Fast forward to the final seconds of regulation. Game tied at 44. Less than 10 seconds to play. Chance to win it for Carroll. They get it to sophomore Taylor Fordyce. Misses the layup, though. Homestead holds on to it. We go to overtime. And in OT, it's the Spartans striking first. Patterson to a wide-open Maggie Kinsley. Splash for 3. Sparty goes up 3. They're still up 3 with time winding down in OT. Off a pair of missed free throws, Chargers get a chance to tie it. Somehow, Emily Parrott ends up wide open, and the St. Francis signee ties the game at 53. That means more free basketball. And in double OT, it's the Chargers who take control. Nevaeh Jackson gets the kind roll on the runner. That gives Carroll the lead for good. Last chance for Homestead in the final seconds. But Lexi Castater comes up with the block to end it here as Carroll knocks off Homestead for the first time since '08. It's the Spartans' first regular season loss since joining the SAC. 62-58, your final.
We've always had a big rivalry with Homestead. We haven't won since 2008 against them, so it was just something that we really wanted to accomplish, and we worked hard at the whole game, and we were prepared. We all had talks before, we all texted, and we were always just getting prepared for the game because this was one of the biggest games of our season.
For me, I've been in these situations before, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's a big deal for that group there. We finally broke a streak that has been haunting us for years. It just showed what it takes to beat a team like Homestead. I mean, Patterson was having a great game, outstanding game. We couldn't stop her. But, you know, I was thinking as the game was going on, we're so young, we're making young mistakes. We were at the end, we were supposed to set up a play, and we didn't do it. And I'm thinking, that's my fault, we're inexperienced. But this team found ways. They have a heart.
Yeah, they sure do. Heck of a win for the Carroll Chargers, Jay Prince, and first place in the SAC standing. Still early, though.
Still early. All right, we stay in the SAC now. A much improved Snyder squad led by that young girl, Jordan Poole, paying Southside a visit tonight. Archers up double digits at half. Panthers pushing for a comeback. That's Poole right there with the floater. Lead down to just 8. Archers, they'd hold their distance, though. Olivia Smith threading the needle inside to CC Callaway for the reverse layup. Lead back to 12. Snyder, they would try to hold pace. Destiny Jackson dives inside off the inbounds for the bucket. That cuts the lead back down to single digits. But the Archers would pull away before the end of the quarter. Olivia Smith, 3 of her game high, 19 points. Southside goes up 17 after 3. They hang on to win a tight one tonight. I said a much improved Snyder team.
You're not lying.
65-61, your final there.
SAC wide open this year.
Indeed.
Next stop in the SAC takes us to Dwenger. Saints playing host to Northrop tonight, and it was all Saints in the early going of the third quarter. You're going to see Rachel McCarthy with the 3-ball from the corner. That's pure, and it gives Dwenger a 10-point cushion, but Bruins battling back. You saw Destiny Jackson in those last highlights. She transferred from Northrop. Now it's Snyder, so trying to figure things out without her on the floor this year. That was Amanda Thatcher from way downtown. Cuts the lead down to 5. Later in the quarter, time winding down, and Tiana White beats the buzzer. Bank is hoping for 3. Ties the game heading into the fourth, but Dwenger able to do just enough tonight. Claire Frazier steps in. Lefty gets the kind roll as the Saints hang on to win a tight one. 58-54, your final.
Down south to Winchester Road we go. Concordia on the road visiting Wayne tonight. The Cadets came out hot from the long line. Second trip down the floor. Annika Nelson catch and shoot tray. She had 17. A few possessions later, good ball movement here. That's London Betts from deep. Generals need a timeout because Concordia went 5 for 6 from downtown to start the game, and it's 12-2 early. Wayne trying to hang in this one. Amelia Diaz tickles the twine from the short corner, but a whole lot of Cadets tonight. Grace Hedke down the lane for 3 the old-fashioned way. She added 18. Concordia rolls to the 84-38 victory tonight.
I've been waiting to see a team play in mask. Wayne's the first team I've seen it.
Yeah, me too.
How about that? Final girl stop tonight takes us north to Angola. The Hornets hosting Central Noble at the Hornets' Nest. Angola up double digits at the half. Cougars looking to get something going in the third. Lydia Andrews to Bridget Gray for the bucket. But this one was pretty much all Angola, specifically this young lady, Hannah Knoll. Central Michigan commit, the steal, takes it the other way for the bucket. And then you're going to see Knoll doing it from the long line. She had a cool 31 tonight.
Cool
Jay
31.
Prince, the Chippewas are getting a good one for the next 4 years. Angola makes a statement tonight. They roll 58-37, your final.
All right, we pivot now from the girls to the boys side, and no surprise once again, Pete. Blackhawk Christian looks like the team to beat in Class 2A once again.
Yeah, no one saw that coming. No. Absolutely nobody. Yeah, obviously they suffered kind of a heartbreak at the end of last year. Saw a surefire trip to the 2A state finals cut short due to COVID. The Braves topped the 2A polls to start this season with the majority of their team back from last year, though. Yeah,
and Blackhawk opened their season in resounding fashion with a 50-point win over Northside on Tuesday night.
I don't think they lost very much in terms of talent.
Not at all. Yeah, tonight, they welcomed New Haven to town. Bulldogs opening their season tonight. Tough task against a pretty loaded Blackhawk squad, and, well, Blackhawk proved why they're the top team in 2A. This one, all Braves from the jump, already up to Zane Burke to Callan Wood. He buries the wing triple. You can make it a 5-point game, and they just kept on firing from there. Marcus Davidson, all the Davidson boys gets buckets, Pete. He steps into mid-range J, and then Wood, no good
Mark
from
got
downtown.
buckets, too, back in his day.
Yeah, he did. But Burke there for the board. Gets the putback to go, the putback jumper to fall. He had 20, make it a 13-point game. New Haven would finally get on the board after that. Jackson Turnwald from downtown make it a 16-3 game. That's when they finally got on the board, 16-3, and well, things never really got better from there. Caleb first bullies his way inside for the and one, and then later on, off the Jakar Williams miss, Burke pushing the break. He feeds it to first, and this is a big-time flush, a top play
pass. My goodness.
Nominee. First finishes with a game-high 21. Blackhawk finishes off New Haven 56-33, 86-33. Wow, excuse me. Your final there.
Big time win.
Yes.
Over to Homestead. Spartans playing host to Warsaw tonight. You see Luke Goody ready to go for Homestead. Start of the first quarter. Wide open triple for Fletcher Lawyer. That you don't want to leave him open.
No, he's pretty good.
Caleb Fursel's last highlights. Purdue commit. Fletcher Lawyer same way. But the first half would go back and forth. You see Luke Adamick tying the game up. Other end of the floor. Lawyer again using the screen. Walks up, knocks it down. He had a team-high 16, puts the Spartans back on top. Warsaw not going away, though, after the block. The no-look, the layup, but at the end of the day, the Spartans, too much in transition. Great bounce pass here to the senior Grant Simmons. Bucket plus the foul. He had 15 on the night. Spartans go on to win 54-31.
We head back north to Angola now. Hornets, they're hosting Connor Esigian and the Central Noble Cougars tonight for the boys-girls doubleheader. Both teams trading buckets early. Joel Knox dials long distance. That puts Angola up a point. Other end of the floor, Sawyer Yoder answers right back, nails a three-ball of his own. Cougs retake a two-point cushion. They'd start to pull away from there. Connor Esigian, just one of the best players in the area, gets baseline for the bucket, little bully ball there, and then off the miss, he takes it all the way to the cup for two. Esigian finishing with a game-high 26 points tonight. Some big point numbers dropped up in Angola tonight.
He can play.
Cougs go up 8 after a quarter. They go on to win 64-52.
Final stop comes at the brand new gymnasium inside Columbia City High School. Eagles playing host to Canterbury. Good start for the home team in this one. First quarter, Prince, you can't lose track of the inbounder when he shoots it like Mason Baker. Our guy, of course, we told his story back in February. Just an incredible journey that young man has had. Put C-City up by 8 moments later. Prince, it is time we show some respect on this show. Respect the specs. Seth Mills rocking the goggles, knocking down tray balls. Eagles jump out to a 15-4 lead. Prince, what did I say?
Respect the specs.
The specs. Devon Lewis for Canterbury, freshman, tickling the twine. This game winds up going to overtime, but Greg Bolton company, too much on their home floor. You see the quarterback on the football field beating buzzers on the basketball court. C-City moves to 2-1 with a 60-56 win.
And it is now time for our play of the nights, and it's going to take us back to Charger Fieldhouse. Emily Parrott with the game-tying 3, ice in her veins. As cool as the other side of the pillow, as young Stuart Scott would say.
R.I.P. to a legend.
Yes, indeed. Game-tying 3 to force double overtime versus Homestead. She finishes with a team-high 19 as Carroll gets their first win over Homestead since 2009. It's Homestead's first loss. Since 08, and it's Homestead's first loss in conference play in the SAC since they joined back just 4 or 5 years ago.
How about that, by the way? Take some 5 years to lose a regular season game in conference play. Pretty incredible, obviously, the stretch the Spartans have put together, but like I said earlier, I mean, the SAC is wide open this year. For the first time, it's not Homestead and everybody else. It's Homestead, Carroll, Southside, Snyder, Concordia. All look like teams that have pieces, to where they could contend potentially. But obviously, a huge win for that Carroll program tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to the rest of the season. Still got, I think, about 140-something days left, if I remember correctly. So, a lot of time left.
A lot of hoops left to come, and we're excited for it.
Absolutely.